Alright, I think it's week 7. It might be week 8, but I think it's week 7 for the update on the French Biointensive Organic Raised Bed Garden. And we have peas. And I have all kinds of peas, little ones, but there are some rather large ones on the back side of this trellis. I did a major harvest on the lettuce down here. I'm gonna pull this one because it doesn't seem like it's doing very well anymore, and I'm gonna slip in one of my flashy trouts back, her speckled romaine, in its place. The snap peas are growing up the trellis nicely. I'm trying to get some to go back behind, like on the other side, but they're not as cooperative. Kale is getting really big, even though I harvest it pretty mercilessly. The onions are doing better, except for that one. It's still just, I don't know, doesn't seem to get anything good in it. Ugh, horsetail, where the heck did these come from? I'll pull those out. Those are nasty, they get in everything. And I don't want them to get a foothold in here. So I'll show you the peas on the back side. All kinds of great big peas, and I waited to pick them until after I do the video instead of harvesting before. So over here you can see the sorrel is really getting big. I've been harvesting it pretty viciously too, actually, every couple of days, and it's just coming back. I'm gonna have to pull the bigger of these lettuces, I think, or they'll get bitter, and probably the biggest of the red ones as well. These ones I think I can keep cut and come again for a little while. And the Asian greens I keep cutting and they keep coming. The herbs are doing okay, except for the chamomile bolted. I may pull those out of here, or at least I may pull the chamomile out, and I don't know, try to find somewhere else to put it and see if it doesn't do better there. I got some comfrey roots that I planted in these two. They should start putting up foliage in about a week. Traded those for some duck eggs. Comfrey is really good for rabbits. And then I have 2 big pots of basil that I planted, and a couple smaller basil. I tucked one into each corner of the tomato beds. Tomatoes are doing really well. They're all up over the bottom line now, and most of them are halfway to the second rope. Peppers are thriving as far as I can tell. There's the other little basil that I planted. These really are doing good. Carrots, got quite a few that really look like frilly carrots now in there. Not nearly as much seed came up as I planted, but again, that seed was about 5 years old. Calendula is doing really well. This one is about to bloom. It'll be a nice pretty yellow flower. Watermelon has probably doubled in size since last week. The kale I think has quadrupled. All of the fava beans are up. And over there, the anasazi beans are doing really well. The green beans are all up. These are more green beans over here. All of these peppers are doing pretty well, except that one down there on the end. All of the tomatoes are over the first wire that are in this bed. And over here in the brassica bed, things are going crazy. A lot of big balls on the kohlrabi. Cabbage here in the center. There's another one. And the pickles. That one looks like it'll be ready in a day or two. And all of the chard is doing pretty well. Something's eating on it, but it's an organic garden, that happens. But there's been no sign of aphids or anything on mine. Celery is doing very well with the shade of the broccoli. And if you look in here, I've got a broccoli head starting. That is the first I've seen of it. Oh, and there's one there. And there's one there. Oh, goodness. There's one there. Looks like all of my broccoli is starting to head up. Pretty neat. Wonder if my mother's... Ah, there's cauliflower starting down in there. Can't see in that one. But she has had a few aphids on hers. Oh, look, it's a purple cauliflower. I didn't know she'd even gotten that kind. Of course, it could be a mistake sometimes at the place where we buy. Starts from, you'll get one or two that are the wrong type, but no, there's a third purple one, so maybe that's what she got. Strawberries are doing well. That one's almost ripe. There's a couple more that are really red. There's been a few kohlrabi out of this bed that have been harvested. And over here, the zucchini and summer squash is thriving. And I've got one strawberry there that is starting to get just a touch of color on it. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, if I turn it, you can see it's turning. And then in the other bed, I don't see any with color yet, but there are quite a few yellows. So all in all, very, very well for week 7.